new movie is going to be opening. Mario Van Peebles is the director. It is called Armed. And here is the trailer of the movie. When we come back, we're going to talk to Mario Van Peebles.
You know, I don't see what is wrong with loving and respecting your wife.
Amen. I've been loving and respecting my wife for 18 years. Even my girlfriend knows that. Turn the TV up.
There's been another mass shooting today.
I take a lot of heat where I say guns, you gotta have them.
This sort of thing just seems to be happening with more and more frequency.
Man down! We need backup!
Chief, you need to see this!
Get out now! Something happened to us in that raid, Chief. We were exposed to some sort of chemical.
Here we go. We're just gonna go down the dark hole of conspiracy theories.
This mission requires that we stay cool. Cool breeze, baby.
We do not recognize the federal government.
They're gonna recognize you. We don't know who's messing with our heads.
We're just looking for some answers.
Are you off your meds?
I did a little bit of research on you.
A lot of people think I'm like a ticking time bomb.
Other people say, hey, look, this guy is a public hero.
All I can tell you is killing those bad guys felt like the right thing to do.
How's this crazy fool gonna know who's the bad guy?
They're messing with our Second Amendment, Chief.
I'm an American. I have the right to bear more arms than anybody on this planet.
You got a gun!
You're crazy. I'm sorry.
Boobs or booty?
Booty?
You're writing no check with your mouth, your ass can't catch, huh?
Oh my God, you have to see this. Uncle Jason is trending.
That's coming to you from Mr. Jason Pratt.
That's my custom-tailored suit.
According to him, he's one of the good guys.
All right, y'all. Joining us right now is the director, Mario Van Peebles. Mario, what's happening? All right, we got Mario. Can y'all hear? Mario, can you hear me? All right, Mario, go ahead and talk, Mario. Let's see if we can get Mario. All right, so we dropped right there, and so we'll have Mario up in just 1 second. So we're redialing him as we speak. So first of all, we shot this a couple of years ago, y'all. And so let me tell you what happened. So Mario calls me. He's like, man, I got this movie role for you. And he says, I want you to play this politically conscious barber. So you're the one who everybody's going to be asking questions to, you know, whenever they defer to in the barber shop. I said, look, I just got one stipulation. He's like, what? I said, I got to wear an ascot and cufflinks. What? I said, I got to be clean. I said, I can't be a T-shirt wearing barber. And so I can't do it. And so I think we got Mario here. Mario, you there?
There's an ascot when they're
Mario Van Peebles, are you
man,
there?
Can you see me?
Now I see you and hear you. What's up, man?
I'm good, brother. I can't see you, but I know you're looking good.
So you're in the state of Washington right now. You were in Newark over the weekend, where Armed took home a big honor.
Yeah, man. Armed. You know, over the weekend, what happened was Armed played at the Newark Film Festival, and it was fun because it was real folks seeing it, Roland. It's not the little 1%, you know, film festival crowd. These were real people. They went in there, and they loved it, man. We had an overflow theater, so I think the theater was sitting 400, and then they had to put folks in another theater, but they loved it, and they really enjoyed your character. You know, the barber you play speaks some very poignant truth to power, just as you do in real life. And there's a couple scenes which I don't want to blow for the audience, man, but they really like the way you sum things up in your typical row fashion, man. So it was live, and consequently we won the audience award. So Armed won the audience award, and it's always nice when your own folks recognize you. You know, you're not looking for people that don't look like you to recognize you, but when your own people get it and go, that's making America think. And Roland, what I was interested in was it wasn't just the gun issues and you know that whole thing that Armed deals with, but it was also folks coming forward and saying, we never see a brother that played heroically that is also battling a little bit of a mental illness too. So that was new for me to get that kind of response.
And for folks who don't know in terms of, you know, how these things are done, how many days did it take you to shoot this movie? I mean, you were pulling from here and here, and I was telling Spencer and Tiffany and Liz when we were trying to get you back on, where literally you hit me up. He was like, man, I got this role for you, and he was like, look, I ain't got much money, and I was like, and I was in between. I think it was, I swear, I was coming, I think, off of Essence, and then I was shooting the movie Downsizing, and I was like, Mario, I got 1 day. And so literally flew in, and so we're sitting there shooting, Tiffany, we're sitting there shooting the movie, and, you know, they taking, like, you know, this show live, okay? So when we go, we go. We ain't got it, we ain't got it. Right. And they would take another ticket. I was like, Mario, I got to get to the airport, bro. And I'm looking at my watch. He's like, Roland, I'm going to get you to the airport. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And I was like, Mario, I've got to get to this airport because I got a speech to give, and that's a check, Mario.
Yeah. No, I know,
the
brother.
flight, though?
No, I know. Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. You know, we go to the studios and we go to the system because we got to make our money and we got to make our paper.
Right.
But, you know, and I've always said there's movies that I want to make. I wanted to make Roots. I wanted to make the movies I've made for the studios, New Jack City, Posse, USS Indianapolis, all those, passionate about them. But every now and then there's a film you are compelled to make. And you go, there's too many of us dying with these gun issues. And there's too many things happening in the world to not try to wake America up a little bit, entertain them, but wake them up at the same time. And when you come across a movie like that, just the way my dad did Sweetback, it's about calling your friends, your family, people with political consciousness. So we had people on all sides of the issue. So we had Republicans, we had Democrats, we had some folks who still undecided. You know, they don't know what you know, and that's cool. They're purple or whatever. But it was not, you know, they say Hollywood's not just black or white, it's green, it's the color of money. But people like you came out to tell the truth. And it's landing. People, when they see Armed and it opens, you can buy tickets now because it opens Friday. When they see Armed, they're getting it. It makes a difference. When you see a film that it's made and it's not watered down, man, it's like you can give a thirsty man dying of thirst dirty water and he'll drink it. But when he gets clean water, he'll know the difference. And I think here, what I try to do is, whether you like New Jack or not, you'll remember it. Whether you like my film Badass or not, you'll remember it, and you'll remember the people in it. And Roland, trust me on this, whether you like Armed or not, or agree with it or not, you will remember it. People come out of this movie going, oh, hell, this was intense. And it is a crazy flick, brother. And you did your thing, man. Thank you for that.
You called lots of people: Earthquake, Paul Rodriguez, Columbus Short, Laz Alonso, Roxy Diaz. But you put a call out to a whole bunch of us and say, "Hey, come on, I need y'all." And it was so. Let me tell you also what happened. So we're sitting here and we're on Mario because Mario also used his house to shoot the movie. So we're on his couch and we're going over lines. I'm like, I got mine. Now, you know I was going to ad-lib, too. So, you know, I was not going to, I don't just read from the script. And so Paul Rodriguez kept blowing his line. And so we're in the barbershop. Now, so we sit, I'm like, Paul, your line is this, Paul. And it was like.
Remember that? Paul, I was like, what are you doing?
He kept blowing his line. And I was like, bro, I know your line. Come on, man. I got to go catch this plane.
I know, that was a trip. But you know what also was beautiful? You have that situation, but then you also have like the chemistry that you and DC Young Fly, you know, struck up where it wasn't in the script anywhere where you were his uncle and he was the nephew. But right. Y'all struck up this thing and you're like, hey, leave my nephew alone, man. And it was beautiful. And it really works because it feels like family.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I dig is that there's certain folks that it's almost like you meet him in this lifetime, but you've known him before. And you've been like that other brother or that uncle to me where I'll be like, yo, man, we can do this. You know, you can call me and I can call you.
Yep.
And the thing is, when you see Armed, it looks good.
Oh,
it's not, man, this movie looks big. So that's the other thing is you got to know how to make a movie and put it all on the screen, from you to Dionne Warwick to people I didn't know, like Bill Fichtner. I didn't know Bill. Bill read the script, got to page 54, and said, oh, I got it.
Right.
This movie. Because what Bill knew, when he read it, he knew that it was based on real stories.
Right.
Like that whole story about Chris Donner, the brother, the cop that they did wrong. And he went after the police department, the LAPD. And then they wound up in the shootout up in Big Bear. That affected the ending of Armed.
Yep.
That whole thing with Charles Ramsey, where he discovered the little white girl locked in that house. And then they did a whole, YouTube video on Charles Ramsey. saying he had ribs with this dude. You remember that? That affected our movie. So the movie has a lot of real stories in it. And, you know, the NRA is always saying nothing stops a bad guy with a gun like a good guy with a gun. Well, as you know, in Armed, I play a good guy with way too many guns, and he's on the no-fly list.
So, folks,
and when you say at the end of the movie, like they say, well, because my character's on, you know, says, I just, you know, had to stop those bad guys. It felt like the wrong thing to do. And you say, how the hell is this character beating me? Look at my shirt, right?
Right.
How's this fool gonna know who the hell's the bad guy?
Right.
And that's why I say Armed, and underneath you see the line. Underneath it says, what can go wrong?
Right. Well, here's the deal, folks. The movie opens Friday, September 14th, in select cities. And so we have it up New York, Chicago, Cleveland, Ohio, Detroit, Michigan, Houston, Texas, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Hamilton, New Jersey, Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia, LA, Los Angeles. Also, it's going to be available digital. So iTunes, all the places where you can also download movies. It's going to be on Friday. I'm going to post this.
iTunes.
So I'm going to post this on all social media accounts so you know exactly where it's playing. We want y'all to go see it. We want y'all to check it out. Pack the movie theaters. You're really going to love some of the great people who are in it. And so, all right, folks, Mario Van Peebles, brother, keep making it happen.
Hey, listen, Roland, tell them to follow me on Instagram for all the news. Mario Van Peebles on Instagram. And all they got to do if they want information on Armed is look up armedmovie.com. Armedmovie.com.
I don't have to.
If
you
they
just told
take a cool post next to the picture and I like it, I'll repost it on my Instagram.
See, you just told them. I ain't got you.
All right.
Mario, I appreciate it, brother. Thanks so much.
All right, brother. Thank you for talking to me.
All right,
I got your T-shirt, by the way, when you come through. I got your shirt. I got a special one made for you with an ascot.
Oh, there you go. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. See, Tiffany, you can't steal that one. You can't steal that one.
All right,
Mario, thanks so much. I appreciate it. So, and again, when I say he made this, like, it was straight up, like, look at here. I need you to.
That's dope.
Here's the deal. Anytime somebody black start the conversation with, look at here.
That's it.
You know something free is right behind it. So you just know, ahead of time what the whole deal is. And so, yeah, we had a great time making it. It was just great just to see the whole process in terms of making a movie. Because I think this was, I mean, literally, I went from that to downsizing, shooting that in Toronto. That was the Matt Damon movie. And so it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. So.